Let's ruin our lives.
Yeah, Nuns playing here on the 27th.
Oh, yeah.
It was the Nogue and the Fiddlers.
Oh, those guys. Yeah, we just played with them in Flagstaff.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
how was that?
It was so fun, man. I love Flagstaff. Great place.
What was the venue?
It was like some house, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a house show.
All right, let's chat tomorrow.
Oh, it wasn't the Beaver Street Theater?
Beaver Street? No. It was, it was more of like a local kind of
Nice.
small
That's tight.
house thing. It was really cool though. It was sick.
Did a lot of people come out?
There was a good amount. It wasn't like a huge thing. It was more of like it kind of seemed like a neighborhood thing. But it was really cool.
Okay, nice.
We were up there with Beach Smoke.
Right, yeah. They fucking play everywhere.
Dude, yeah, they're going. I think they're going to be in LA with Nun as well.
I think of Vegas.
Was it Vegas? I know it was
Or
somewhere in
Prescott.
California.
One of the. Oh, maybe it was California. Yeah.
Somewhere out there, but they're everywhere, man.
I know. The drive is crazy. Yeah.
Oh yeah. We carpooled with the Beach Smoke actually.
Nice.
It was cool, yeah. Long drive.
Did a lot of punks come? Or?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Nice.
it's definitely a punk show for sure.
Flag has always had like a thriving punk community, I feel like.
Yeah, which is like surprising because I feel like they're pretty spread out.
That's true, yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool that they're like. I feel like they kind of have a better punk scene than Phoenix.
Really?
In a way, yeah.
More like close knit.
Yeah, they're more of like. They feel like they're actually. Like more of a community together rather than like kind of separated and all these cliques, you know?
I can see that. That's I interviewed Devin and his friend Aka. Did you meet her? Yeah.
Yeah, I know them.
Yeah, that's what she was saying, that they're more community based and like more sort of like they hold the so-called values stronger or whatever than down here.
I can see that. Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Just people over here. There's a lot of people in Phoenix out here being like, "Oh, you're a poser if you don't do this." Like, poser this, poser that. Like, let people just enjoy what they like.
Yeah, for sure.
Never has to be that big a deal.
No, I missed a small, because I'm kind of from a small town. Like, it's technically the city of Los Angeles, but it's at the end of a peninsula.
Okay.
So it's like the southernmost point of LA County.
Yeah.
So it kind of breeds its own culture. You know what I mean?
I feel that,
It's cut off. So like. But even then, there's like cliques and shit. You know what I mean? There's like the older generation that looks down on the younger generation, and like, I don't know.
No, I feel that.
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 21.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn, man. Shit. Yeah. I'm old enough to be your father. What's that like, dude?
Being 21, man. In this day and age, you think it would be a little more fun, but like, don't get me wrong. I enjoy. Being my age and just being alive, but like, just this crazy world we live in now. I just became like of age to legally buy alcohol, whatever. Yeah. Which is whatever. That's cool, but yeah, man, crazy world we live in right now. It's like
for sure.
By the time I would be able to like afford a house, who knows what the state of the world's going to be in,
if there will be houses to buy.
If that's even a thing that I can do, Damn. So it's like, I have a great time being as young as I am, doing whatever I do out here, but like, there's always like kind of like a looming, like just evil around the corner.
That's true.
Like,
Well, that's just kind of life.
That is true, yeah.
You definitely enjoy it while you can, because life just gets nothing but harder.
Yeah, no,
you learn how to ride it easier. You know what I mean? But it definitely gets more difficult. Like your body itself is gonna fail you. Yeah. I used to be skinny, man. So skinny. I didn't have gout or anything. I have all these problems now that. You know what I wish someone would have told me when I was growing up was that heartburn can give you a panic attack.
Really? Okay, wow.
Yeah.
That is fucked up. Man.
Yeah, that's really fucked up. Shit. But anyways. Wow. Yeah. So so your name is Zero, how do you pronounce the last part?
Grimgoir or Grimgoir, you can say that.
Is that from Warhammer?
No.
Okay.
Just, that's just something I came up with. I've actually never played Warhammer.
Oh, okay. It's a character, Grimgoir.
Oh, really?
It doesn't have the eye, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like a masterclass orc or something like that.
Wow, okay, that's really cool. I did not know that.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to check that out. That sounds
For sure.
dope, though.
Nice, yeah.
Okay.
So what does the name like mean, or how'd you come up with it?
I don't know. It was kind of like a random thing. It just kind of came to me one day. I was just, I was kind of just like drawn, and then I was just like, I had this idea because, like for instance, I think the idea that like helped me come up with that was how Danzig has his like his alter kind of like Samhain. However you pronounce it. He has his
Samhain.
Samhain. Samhain. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know he pronounces it wrong technically.
Right.
But,
Technically, he does. Yeah.
But like also he's like he created that.
For sure.
Yeah. So I don't know. But he has his like alter ego. I was like Grimgoir. I think that'd be kind of a cool kind of
That's cool.
Alternate, yeah.
I never thought of it as an alter ego with him, but I guess it really is.
So the way I saw that was I was at a Zia Records actually.
Oh, okay,
looking at some stuff, and they had some Misfits action figures.
Okay, yeah.
And there was a Danzig one, which was like, okay, that's really cool. There's a Crimson Ghost, and there's a Doyle.
For sure.
And then I saw basically just another Danzig one, but he this time had the devil lock in his face and had blood all over him, and it was called Samhain instead of Danzig.
Really interesting.
And I was like, that's really cool. That's dope. I think that's so sick.
Okay.
It's like an evil Danzig, in a way.
Because I mean, it's such a huge change from the Misfits to Samhain. Like he embraced the darkness even more than the rest of the Misfits. The Misfits kind of went the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Right. Do you know what inspired him to do that?
I'm not entirely sure. I know that he had been like working on that album before he left the Misfits.
Oh, really?
Before he decided, I do remember that. He had been recording stuff, and I think he finally when he decided to quit the band, he finally decided to like release stuff and all that. But
interesting.
Yeah, I do remember that. But other than that, I'm not entirely sure.
Who do you prefer, Misfits or Samhain?
Oh man.
Or Danzig himself?
I see. That's a tough choice because I love both. Both are like amazing, right?
For sure.
But I will say I love a lot of Danzig's like solo stuff. Man.
Okay,
it's so good. Like Danzig 4. One of my favorite albums.
I've never really listened to Danzig by
really?
himself. Yeah, no, just Mother and.
See, Mother. That's a good song, but like.
It doesn't represent.
Yeah, because that's like down here, right?
Right.
He's got stuff that's like. Like way up, That's like some of his more like kind of alright stuff.
Okay.
He's got some really good songs. Even stuff that's like. Even like softer, you'd expect it to be like more heavy. And
right.
Stuff. But he has like songs about like, thinking about death or like thinking about like lost love and stuff. So he's got some really
interesting,
really good stuff, man.
I gotta check that out for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure. So, what makes you more into like the darker arts? Or dark theme stuff. I am too, just to preface it. But so, what inspires you to embrace the darkness, I guess?
I think I kind of always just been interested in more of like the darker kind of themes and tones, because I feel like things can be a little boring when there's no like when everything's just just happy and cheery. Everything's too much of like sunshine rainbow kind of thing.
Right.
You gotta have some sort of like darker theme attached to it, so that I don't know. It kind of makes things more interesting, in my opinion. Also, like aesthetically, it looks nicer. It looks like really cool.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Sure.
I just think like darker colors sometimes can look really good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Really cool. Like I also just grew up watching like spooky little movies and stuff. Like my parents would always like have. Nightmare Before Christmas on, or like Corpse Bride, movies like that. Frankenweenie.
Frankenweenie is awesome.
Love that movie.
Frankenweenie.
And then stuff like what is it?
So a lot of Tim Burton.
Yeah, a lot of Tim Burton. Yeah, absolutely. Tim Burton was like a huge inspiration on me.
Me too. For sure.
That and like just. Things similar to that, Like I always loved Halloween. I don't know what it was. Yeah. More than like Christmas, more than anything. Like Christmas as a kid, you're like, oh, I can't wait to get a present. But Halloween, I was like, oh, I can't wait to go around the the neighborhood and see how like all the houses decorated and like spooky,
sure.
you know, and get to wear a costume, you know. I don't know, just something about the feeling of Halloween.
Interesting.
Always excited me.
Did you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but did you have like darkness in your personal life growing up?
Yeah, no, I mean, absolutely. You know, I feel like everyone's had some hardships growing up, and you know, I'm no exception. You know, I grew up with a lot of personal issues growing up. You know, there's just stuff that would like, you know, I feel like it would mess up a lot of people, but I always kind of just, you know, try to brush past things as much as possible. You know, try to always stay on the positive. You know, as much as I do love like dark themes and like spooky, you know, culture.
Yeah.
I always love to be like positive and like, you know, try to keep a smile on my face at all times. You know?
For sure.
And especially with life, it's always good to you know, be excited about something, be happy about something, have something to look forward to, regardless of the you know, situation you're in.
Okay, for sure. Don't mind us.
Oh, okay. We get one in or
No. Please do what you got to do.
In a podcast?
Yeah. Movie, podcast, whatever you want to call it. Short film. So okay. So like the mask and like enjoying Halloween.
Yeah.
This not tendency, but this I don't know what you would call it, infatuation with like sort of. Do you view it as sort of like hiding or expressing a part of yourself that you don't usually get to?
I'd say it's definitely more on the self-expression side, because I've always been a bit of a weirdo, you know, like especially like in school as a kid.
Let's run our lives.
Oh yeah. you know, I'd wear like weird outfits and people would be like, oh, you know, you're just dumb. But you know, whatever. I always like to express myself. It's like the main part of it, and being able to just like be a character from something that you like, you know, that doesn't. It's not like a fictional character, right?
Right.
A character that like, I don't know, you think is cool for one reason or another, or you just look up to. It's such a great feeling being able to dress up as
for sure.
You know.
For sure, you get to like explore avenues of yourself.
Yeah.
And, like,
for one night, you gotta be like a superhero, or like, you know, somebody with like powers, or like.
For sure.
It could be anything you want for a night, you know.
Oh, for sure. I was alone a lot as a kid, so I used my imagination a lot.
Oh, yeah. No, I feel that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And are you from out here?
No, I'm from Monterey Bay, California.
Oh, okay. I'm from San Pedro, California.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. I was born in Long Beach.
Oh, hell yeah.
So Monterey Bay, where is that?
It's up.
It's like North LA.
No, it's more like it's closer to Santa Cruz.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So like halfway to San Francisco.
I'd say somewhere around there. Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've been up there. But
Right.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay.
Grew up there.
What brought you guys out here?
Financial situations.
Everybody,
family,
for
stuff,
sure.
Yeah. I moved up here when I was still a kid, so.
Right.
Yeah.
So you were born in like 2005?
2004, yeah.
That's the year I graduated high school.
No way.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I didn't
insane.
graduate, but I got my GED years later, but that would have been the year that I graduated high school.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's nuts, man. So so you grew up with social media already intact.
Pretty much, man.
Right.
Yeah, I remember when I don't know, like when Instagram was pretty new.
Yeah.
You know, I remember when like smartphones were like little squares
Right.
with like buttons on them. You know?
Right.
That was a
Oh,
smartphone.
the Blackberries or something?
I think they were black because they were like literally like they weren't like rectangular. They were like square shaped. You know. They were,
Okay.
like, yeah, it was weird.
I think that's the Blackberry.
I think it was, yeah. It was like a weird phone.
Right.
But I remember when, you know, smartphones were still being like kind of experimental, you know.
Right. So did social media have a presence when you were in like elementary?
Oh yeah. It was there pretty much like all my life. But social media's been around for a lot longer than I
I guess so.
expected it to
Right.
be, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, even before that, you know, just being on a computer, like in general, like you were able to connect to people on the internet.
Yeah, but it wasn't the same. Like MySpace.
Yeah, it wasn't
You know
really
what I
the same.
mean?
Yeah.
MySpace is really what set it off. Where like you had a profile, you customized it, and
a little more creative too. Like I wish we had something like that today. Like imagine Instagram with, but you gotta have your own page.
You have to fit the mold. Yeah, for sure.
It would,
For sure. Did you ever go on Tumblr?
No, I didn't actually.
Tumblr was wild.
Really?
Yeah, like the most beautiful art, and then just fucking and sucking.
Oh,
like it's
my
just
God.
wild. Just hardcore porn would be on it. Like
that's crazy.
Yeah, but it was pretty cool. Not because of that. Like, you know what I mean? Just like the freedom of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And like MySpace was cool, where they let you customize the page, and if you were in a band, you could put your songs like on your page, on your home page or whatever. So that was cool. But then it just became like bogged down, where people would have like all these sorts of effects that it would take forever to load. You know what I mean? Like
that makes sense.
Just thinking about it is like cringe, to use your generation's language. But yeah. So damn. So like okay. So the point I'm trying to make is like okay. So you were born into a world that already had social media, and it became bigger and bigger as you got older. Right. And then do you remember the Obama years at all? So he became president in 2004?
Yeah.
Right?
No, around there, I believe.
2004, because he had 2 terms.
Yeah, I was going to say, because...
Or 5,
he got elected again. I do remember that. I remember the Obamacare and all of that stuff.
Right.
I feel like that whole time period was like so chill up until the next president.
Yeah.
Everything was so chill, and then we get this new guy in, and then just fucking it all goes to shit. I feel like especially after 2020. Nothing has been the same since 2020.
I was gonna say, so like you're the generation that experienced Trump's first term, COVID, Trump again.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And that must have.
That was.
What was that like? Was it like a shock, or were you like my generation? We were raised under the lie, America's the greatest country in the world.
Yeah.
Nobody has ever been this free. It's impossible to have freedom anywhere else.
Yeah.
And as we got older, we like learned on our own. Either you went to college or you did your own reading or whatever, discovering all the horrible, wicked things that we did.
Yeah.
And more stuff comes to light every day. Were you also raised with that? I mean, I don't know how it is in Arizona, but in California, it was like they didn't really tell us a lot of truth.
Well, I mean, then again, it is California. But
at the same time, conditioning us to be Democrats, which I think is interesting. Yeah.
Very interesting. As a kid, you don't really think about stuff like that, but teenage years, I quickly realized freedom. It's like the illusion of freedom. I feel like
definitely.
It's like very much it's so creepy. They put this screen in front of you, and it's kind of just distracting you, and there's so much shit behind it that you're not seeing,
Totally.
And I feel like they want people to be confused too.
Yes, I would agree with that.
I think that's like a very big part of that. It's just it's a really creepy and kind of just scary world we live in, because there are so many movies, shows, and like forms of media that have shown a dystopian world. Like, oh, what if the government was behind this and doing that? And it's scary because that is very much a real thing today.
Yeah, for sure. It's almost like they're inspired by it.
Yeah, right? And it's like, who knows how long that's been going on, and probably forever.
Forever. Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised, and it's just, I did grow up kind of like realizing that more and more. I feel like I definitely knew that, the world was like not what it seemed,
Right.
But the more as time goes on, especially recently, as of late, we've kind of, been finding a lot of crazy things lately with, the release of certain things, it's just crazy stuff, man. It's only getting worse,
I know, eating babies.
Yeah.
That's not good.
it's a little kind of bad.
Yeah, I'd say so. I think we can agree on that for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, let me get back to my list here. Okay, so you're in a band.
I am, yes.
Missing October.
Yeah.
And so you're like the main guy, you and your guitarist?
Yeah, that's us right now.
Yeah.
I kind of manage everything. I've been running the social media side, like post whenever I can.
Right.
Helping write a lot of the stuff. I'm working on the merch too. I'm hand making some screen printed T-shirts right now.
Nice.
So those are going to be done very soon.
And did you make that mask?
I did. Yeah, I made
Nice.
it by hand. Got a bunch of like old fabric that I had.
Oh, okay,
lying around,
yeah.
And I kind of just started putting it together.
What is that called? That technique?
Scrapbooking maybe? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Just patchwork.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, is it like hard?
No, it's
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's fabric. I have like wires in here. That kind of
Yeah.
shape.
Oh, smart.
So yeah, I can move it around and it kind of stays, you know.
That's smart.
So yeah.
Okay. So what's up with the drummer?
Drummer, yeah. So I guess he just kind of wasn't feeling it anymore. Decided kind of just ghost us. So
Yeah. Damn, that sucks.
yeah, it's all good. It happens.
For sure.
Kind of the expectancy from the drummer.
Yeah. Drummers are usually the flakiest in a band. So.
Yeah. So I was
Yeah.
like, whatever about it. If anything, we can backtrack or something. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
as of right now,
I used to play over backtracks.
Yeah. So, it's totally doable.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Until we find somebody, but we are looking for a new drummer currently.
Right.
But we have a guy to help us out for like shows every now and then.
Okay.
So, like we're okay
Oh,
for
okay.
the next upcoming shows.
That's cool.
And that's actually I believe Anthony from None is actually going to help us drum
Oh, nice. Oh
for
yeah.
that show with at the 1110.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Nice.
yeah, that's gonna be really cool. He's
For
gonna be
sure.
drumming with us.
He's a
I
great
love his
drummer.
style, man.
He's very good.
Fucking amazing.
He's a good drummer.
So
That's dope.
Yeah,
Nice,
we've been working at it. I've gone through multiple band members. Just
Right.
people just decide to choose different paths.
Yeah,
all good.
I know it sucks.
Yeah.
I've been through that too. What? How long have you been? How long have you been playing as a band, and how long have you been playing music in general?
I've been doing music since I believe the day I turned 18. I asked for a bass guitar for my birthday.
Yeah.
And once I got it, I just started kind of teaching myself and just kind of just playing it every day since then. And then I started, like learning the basics of how to play it. Then I started kind of like creating my own little writing stuff.
Okay.
So I've been doing that for almost 4 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, around there.
Yeah. Okay.
And then with the band stuff, it's been about 2 years. I'd say a little over 2 years.
Yeah.
I had a different lineup of members when we first started. Then after some time, I think the guitarist decided to move on to his own stuff. I don't know if the guitarist is, the old one is still doing music today, but yeah, I think he had his own personal things, and then the drummer in that band was like, oh, we don't have a guitarist, I guess I'll do another band, and I kind of just this year October kind of went away for a little bit. Then I kind of decided to look for members, and then we kind of came back,
Okay, yeah.
So it was that.
What does the name mean?
The name, okay, so the name was actually like something else, like 3 different times. So the original guitarist for Missing October, the first guy we had, he was thinking, because we wanted something to be like horror themed. We wanted it to be horror themed in some way. We were like something relating to like Halloween or something spooky.
For sure.
We were thinking of doing like something along the lines of like Dig Up Her Bones from like the Misfits. And then the guitarist was like, what if we do like Miss October, like a pageant woman,
Oh, okay. All right.
And we were considering doing that, and then I think we found someone that actually had that name taken already. And we're like,
Really?
oh damn, yeah. So we're like, okay, we'll change it. How about we do Missing October?
Okay, nice. I like that.
And
no, I like the name.
Too, And we're like, you know what, this sounds good. We like that, so we kind of stuck with that.
How would you define the sound of the band?
We're kind of like a mix of things too. It's like it's really hard to like even describe. And I feel like giving myself like labels too, right? But, I guess we do a bit of like horror punk, like as like a base, but like it's more than just like one or two things, you know. I feel like we also have like a mix of like metal in there. My play style is very like surfy metally
Nice.
as well. You know?
Awesome.
And we do a bit of surf as well. We're working on some more surf songs as time goes on. But yeah, I'd say if we want to like simple it down, horror punk, metal, and surf.
Okay, nice. I like that combo.
Yeah,
that's fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
Do you have anything recorded?
We do. We have we have some songs. We have them actually posted on the Instagram page.
Oh,
we
okay.
Split up into different posts because
right. I saw
like
that.
Yeah. We have those, and then we have the original songs from the original lineup.
Okay.
Which I think we're gonna put that on a CD and then have that as like kind of like the Old Testament kind of thing.
Yeah.
The actual.
I like that.
Yeah.
For sure.
So then we'll have the the old stuff, the current stuff, and then we're gonna have some new stuff coming out soon.
Okay. Well, tell me when you do. I'll promote it as much as possible.
Oh hell yeah!
If you want.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, what do you think about goth music?
Goth. Define goth for me, because
I mean,
so many meanings,
yeah.
Are we thinking like new wave? Because I love new wave music. New wave is great. Like I don't even know.
I saw somebody call it Depeche Mode goth recently, and I'm like, I can see like, I mean, they have dark themes sometimes, but I wouldn't call that goth music.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean? Goth music would be like, I don't know. I mean, there's obviously the punk.
Yeah.
Which is where it comes from, like Christian Death, just say Joy Division, Susie and the Banshees. But then goth became a little more like industrial,
like,
you know what I mean, like more dancey, sort of, boring.
Because we have like what 9 Inch Nails is considered goth, I guess.
I guess so, but they'd be considered like
industrial,
almost industrial. But I think people would call them sellouts because they took like industrial goth and made it palatable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to me, I think he stayed. I think he just stayed true to his vision, and I love 9 Inch Nails. One of my favorite bands.
Yeah, I think they're pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, then again, Susie and the Banshees. She's her. She's kind of like a Nazi or whatever. But yeah.
Wait, does she have really?
Yeah, I don't know if you knew that. Yeah, she's kind of like. Yeah.
I know I've seen her dress up.
Yeah,
but
she's kind of crazy.
Really?
So, yeah. Same thing with what's his name from
Morrissey.
No, not Morrissey. I was thinking of the guy from the Typo Negative.
Oh, really? Peter
Steele.
Steele. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. He apparently he was like super racist too.
Really?
Yeah. That's
surprised by that.
Yeah, he was and a lot of goths love the Susie Banshees.
Yeah.
Type of Negative.
For sure.
So it's kind of wild.
That is crazy.
Especially based on like people like, oh well, I listen to this goth band, whatever. But I don't know. Goth is a very strange subculture to me.
Yeah.
I kind of just like I'm not entirely sure about because we also have people being like, oh, this is goth. Like especially. I don't know what it is, but especially as of late, very much lately, people have just been calling everything goth.
It's true.
Alternative, emo, punk, goth. It's like
annoying.
it's the new emo. It's the new word emo.
Yeah.
So before it was like that person wears black emo, you're emo. Now it's like oh you're goth.
Right.
You're goth.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's definitely hard to define now because.
For sure. It's been co-opted.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah. The style too. It's like
Well, I mean, like I got into goth obviously through punk, but before that, like a new metal.
New metal.
You know what I mean? Like Korn, especially like Marilyn Manson.
Oh yeah.
Or whatever, or alternative metal. I guess that's not really new metal, but Korn is definitely new metal. But anyways, you know what I mean. And so like I would wear trench coats, fucking like stockings on my arms. Like I was pretty gothed out.
Yeah.
And people would be like, "What are you, a fucking devil worshiper?" And like people would like pick on me and shit. I got called into the office and they asked me if I was part of the trench coat mafia.
What the fuck?
which was not a thing.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I never heard of such a thing. That's
Yeah,
so
I
funny.
also I asked if I was a white supremacist.
Wow.
I guess because I shaved my head or whatever, and I was like, all my friends are Mexican, dude. Like,
You can't be
look
bald,
at all my
dude. Like,
friends.
What's up with that, man? That's crazy.
Yeah, to be honest, maybe this is just like the old fogey in me talking, but like it makes me upset that goth has been co-opted as this fashion, because in a couple of years they're all gonna abandon it. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
you can just tell it's like the people that we used to call cool guys and cool girls.
Yeah.
Or now you call them like bros.
Yeah.
I don't know if the ladies have a name, but
Gals. I don't know.
I don't know. Brobots, I used to call them.
Yeah, I like that. That's pretty good.
But yeah, let's take a walk. I want to go buy some smokes.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let me grab this.
Do what you gotta do.
Alright, cool.
No, I got the price. And she goes,
And I'll buy you a drink when we're all done.
Alright, sounds great, man. Yeah, sounds good. I'm warm out here.
Yeah.
I looked at her and I said, I need that. Like,
Goth is a very hard thing to like pin down.
Yeah, it is.
Even before, I feel like there's always kind of a confusing kind of subculture.
Yeah. It just comes from punk.
Oh yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
like the people who made the first batch, they didn't call themselves goth.
Yeah.
I mean,
For sure.
They
It
were
was
just
kind of
it was dark punk rock.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do like a lot of goth music. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, for sure.
And don't get me wrong, a lot of the goth like styles is really cool.
Mhm.
Especially like the older stuff, like back in like the 70s, 80s.
For sure.
Really cool
Yeah.
style, And the newer stuff, like I feel like 50% of it is really good. Some of it's a little tacky, but
For sure.
Yeah,
a lot of it's just like mimicking the style without like the substance.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
absolutely.
Like,
yeah.
what about like, do you like Cradle of Filth?
I'm actually unfamiliar with their music. I know of them. I'm just
You might like them. They're really good. I mean, they're black metal, but they're very symphonic black metal.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're a whole to do. They're my first concert actually.
Oh really? That's sick. Yeah.
I love them. They're fucking great.
Yeah.
Like the original black metal is very stripped down, raw.
Yeah.
Sounds like shit on the recordings. Very punk inspired.
Absolutely.
But very good music, and they took it to like a grandiose level. They've totally sold out now.
Oh wow.
They did a song with what's his name? That guy with the orange hair. He's like a newer dude.
Not sure.
It's kind of chubby redhead from England. I'm in love with your body. He did that like pop song.
Oh fucking Ed Sheeran.
Yes, they did a song with Ed
That's so
Sheeran,
fucking
a fucking
funny.
black metal band,
Dude, that is
who made a
hilarious.
movie where the lead singer dislocates his jaw and swallows a cat whole.
That's insane.
It's fucking so stupid.
What the
man.
fuck?
Yeah,
That is wild, man.
it is fucking crazy.
Wow.
But their previous stuff, I would definitely recommend. Their first 3 albums
Okay.
are really good.
All right, I'll have to check them out. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know the people who do listen to them absolutely like love them.
Yeah,
Because like I said, I've heard of Cradle of Filth. I just
for sure.
never really like listened to them.
They're good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll check them out.
They're very speed, very fast.
Okay.
But they'll have like female backing vocals. I could go on and on about it. I love Cradle of Filth.
Yeah, I'll check them out. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think animals create art?
I think they can,
Okay.
in their own ways, even if they don't realize it. Like, for instance,
Right.
birds create nests in a way that is kind of like a form of art.
Sure.
Some animals, I've seen like videos on the internet of an elephant painting, whether or not it knows it's doing that,
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I feel like they can,
Okay.
There are some, there are some very intelligent animals out there.
Yeah.
Like that's possible.
Keep rolling. I'll buy some smokes real quick.
Alright, sure. I'm going. I'll wait out here. Yeah. Art. I think animals do create art. I think it's definitely possible. Also, if you guys want to follow us Instagram, missingoctober.az. Definitely do that. You know, got here in Arizona, Phoenix. There's a lady walking up. We're at a gas station, you know, getting some cigs. But you know, nice night today. Nice night tonight. We're gonna be at the Blues, watching some bands play.
My card's at the bar.
Guess we're gonna have to make another trip.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you think happens after death?
Good death. See, that's a hard one. I think that there are afterlives, so I think it depends on the way you live.
Okay.
But I don't know. So really, realistically, it could be anything. Anything could be the you know.
But what do you mean by afterlife? It's like heaven and hell?
Yeah, I think that absolutely does exist, my love. I absolutely do think that there are afterlives, you know, because you know.
But what determines where you go?
I think I really do think it depends on how you live, you know, how you live your life. Not just, you know, if you're like nice to people or,
Yeah.
you know, it's about like you yourself, you know, your mental, the way you kind of, did you waste all your time worrying about small things, or did you go out and enjoy your life, you know, or did you, you know, kind of waste all your time having too much fun, partying and drinking instead of working on things you wanted to achieve, you know? Did you follow your dreams? I feel like a lot of those things should probably, you know, determine where you go after your life.
So like reincarnation or like different realities?
See, I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's more of like a spiritual thing, maybe, you know? Maybe heaven and hell is more of like a spiritual thing where like your soul is, you know.
Okay.
Because
do you believe in God?
yeah, I do believe that there's a God. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Again, like religion is very like a very hard thing to kind of, you know, talk about, especially when you know you make music, because you know people either love it or hate it. But yeah,
I know.
I'm also kind of a person where like I'm not entirely sure what to believe or what to think, but
I mean, I'm pretty sure Anne Rice was a Christian.
I think the guys from the Misfits made a Christian metal band. Yeah, I don't know if you knew that. They after Danzig left, they're making some Christian metal. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. They should look them up. I forget what the band's called, but yeah, they made Christian metal for a while. I think it was Jerry Only, and I think it was Jerry Only that kind of.
Well, I imagine maybe this is just me stereotyping, but like 4 Italian guys from New Jersey, they probably grew up pretty Catholic.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. Can I bum smoke, sir?
Yeah, it was. When I found that, I was like, "That's crazy." Yeah,
That is nuts. Yeah, that is wild.
Yeah, look it up. It's crazy.
I can't even imagine that.
I mean,
Thank you, sir.
yeah, wouldn't be surprised. You know,
I'll buy you another pack. Okay?
Like Doyle was vegan. You know, oh, he still is vegan.
Really?
Yeah, he's been.
Oh, he's the jacked one, right?
Yeah, he's fucking dude. He's what, 70 years old? He looks fucking crazy, dude.
He looks great.
I don't know if he's natural or like, you know, if he's been, you know.
Oh no, I'm sure he's natural.
Dude, because
maybe
it's a crazy physique for that
That's
age.
true. Yeah.
And even if he's not, still, man, he looks crazy fucking good.
For sure.
And he's a lot older than a lot of, you know.
That's true.
Artists that make music that he does, you know. So.
That's true.
And he's still doing shows, which is wild.
And that down picking he does, that requires strength and stamina.
It's fucking crazy.
For every song, that's a lot, for sure.
Yeah, he's insane, man.
What made you choose the bass?
Bass. Oh, okay. So, you know, I got a lot of inspiration from For like, okay, I used to watch a lot of movies as a kid, or like whenever I could, you know.
For sure.
And I remember one day my older brother showed me Scott Pilgrim, and I really liked that movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. And I really liked that movie as a kid, and then I saw him. Yeah, I saw him playing bass, and I was like, oh, okay, I think that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Bass sounds pretty sick.
Okay. Yeah.
And I remember that like bass battle scene with him and the vegan guy.
That's right.
And I don't know, just some of those like licks during the movies were pretty cool.
For sure.
With the bass, and then that and like Keanu Reeves is a bassist.
That's right.
I'm pretty sure Johnny Depp also plays bass.
He plays guitar.
Does he play guitar?
He plays guitar, yeah.
Okay, because I could have sworn I seen like a video of him playing bass, but I think it's a one-off thing. But I know he is in the band too.
In his band, he plays guitar.
Yeah. In his band, he does play guitar.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, there are some pretty cool celebrities that play bass, and
for sure.
I was just like, I don't know, I was inspired by that, and you know, like, just something about bass, man. It's so fun to play, and
it's heavy, it's dark.
Yeah, I like it, and it's really good for metal and.
Oh, for sure. I started on bass.
Yeah. I'm learning how to play guitar right now, and then I'm learning also how to play drums.
Nice.
So I'm kind of doing a mix of things, and I'm also planning on switching to vocals. So we might be looking for bassists soon.
Yeah.
And since I already know all the bass lines, I can just teach them everything for it. So
who sings now? The guitarist?
I do. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
you want to do just vocals?
Yeah, just mainly vocals.
Gotcha.
It's a bit hard to do both sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of practice to develop
absolutely.
that, for sure.
So,
do you feel like, how would you compare the guitar to the bass in terms of difficulty of playing?
Dude, it's like playing on easy mode and then just jumping straight to hard mode.
Sure.
From bass to guitar.
For sure.
But especially because you don't need...
It really is, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It just you don't need to play as many like chords on bass.
Mm-hmm.
For guitar, you gotta know.
You gotta know
lot,
them all. Yeah, for sure.
There's that, which is like the chord thing is not too bad. I'm sure you can learn like a few of them in like a few months. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty
learn all the open chords first.
Yeah.
Well, power chords, open chords, and go to bar chords.
Yeah, and you can do all of that in like a year. Maybe,
for sure.
Like if you really
depends how much you practice.
Yeah, if you really locked in, you can do it in a year. If you really wanted to, that and then like the spacing between the frets is a whole different thing.
Yes,
and the thickness, not
that's true.
Not hitting another string while playing.
Right.
Just one. If you're on, just hit one or just two.
That's true.
It's just it's basically playing like a tiny bass with two extra strings that you gotta like.
Right.
Oh, that's what I thought, and then I tried it, and I was like, this is way harder. But,
you really have to train the muscle memory and like. Yeah.
Because they're similar, but you got to remember that when you pick up a guitar, pick up a bass, it's a completely different instrument.
For sure.
But
do you still enjoy bass more?
Yeah, absolutely. I just I love bass, man. It's so fun. It's such a fun instrument to play, and I love the deep notes. As you can feel them reverberate through your body. It's awesome.
Do you know the names of the notes?
The names of notes, like A. Yeah.
Like on the guitar.
On the guitar?
Like if I told you play an A on the bass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I do know those, that's like one of the first things I'm learning before I'm trying to get,
It's much more difficult to figure out on the guitar. Sure.
Absolutely. Like I know a good amount of the notes, like if you were to tell me to play like a C.
Right.
Put it on the frets.
3. It's on the 3rd fret on the second string, right?
And then like a G, I know, but there are like certain ones I'm like a little confused on, but I'm still learning. So
for sure.
But I know a few.
So you're totally self-taught.
For the most part.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the other part?
I played the flute in middle school.
Oh, that's cool. I played clarinet in elementary in 7th grade. Yeah.
Yeah, I picked the flute because it was the only instrument. That was small enough to fit my backpack.
That's funny.
Yeah, and I rode the bus, so I was like, I'm not gonna carry this big ass like tuba or clarinet.
Yeah, for sure.
It fits in my backpack, easy, boom.
The clarinet sucked. I wanted to play flute.
Yeah.
But my dad wouldn't let me because he said it was for girls.
Oh,
and I was like,
gay or something?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
I mean, whatever. It's a fucking instrument, man.
Yeah, I know. It was the 90s, man. Like, I don't.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, we watched a lot of Married with Children. I don't know. Did you ever watch Married with Children?
I did not. No, I did not.
It's a good show.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's very funny, but you can't get away with anything that they did on that show
Oh,
now.
really?
Yeah, it's very, very misogynistic, but it was like it was like satire of like a typical American family.
Okay, I see.
Like, but a lot of people took it as like serious and like celebrating that.
Okay.
Yeah, so it can come off as very like misogynistic and like even like homophobic, I would say, but it was all just jokes.
I mean, yeah.
Very high level joke, very good raunchy jokes.
Yeah.
Like the writing on that show was great.
Okay, I'll have to check it out. 'Cause,
Yeah.
You know, I always love a good comedy.
It's great,
Yeah.
dude. I have the whole series on DVD.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
I just recently got Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Okay, yeah.
DVD. Love that show.
I like that show.
I love the Munsters too, man. That
Monsters
show
are good.
is one of my
Monsters are
favorites of
good.
all time. I grew up watching that actually in black and
okay.
white.
Oh,
We didn't have
nice.
cable, so you know,
Yeah.
whatever channels we had,
For sure. Same.
Munster would always
Yeah.
come on and like
For sure.
what was it, like 7, 8 at night? I watched
I
that,
don't
the Dick
know.
Van Dyke Show, and then I
Oh,
watched,
okay. Well, on Nick
Yeah.
at Night.
No, it was like. It
Oh,
was
no,
some
'cause you
ran-
didn't have
Yeah,
cable,
it was some
right?
Like
random
Me
like.
TV or something
Right.
like that.
It was like some random channel, yeah. I don't remember,
Yeah.
but yeah, I watched that and like you know My Favorite Martian and like
Okay.
Quantum Leap. Quantum Leap was
Leap
so
is crazy.
Cool, man.
Yeah, for
Crazy
sure.
show.
I Dream of Jeannie. You
No,
would
I didn't watch that
remember
when I
it.
was watching. No.
Yeah.
I think it might have come on, but it was like late and I was
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
tired. But
It was not dark at all.
Yeah.
Unless you count a sexy blonde woman being like a slave.
I mean, I feel like that would be kind of
Yeah.
a dark thing. But yeah, it's not like you know, not like vampires.
Bewitched was darker.
Okay, yeah.
You probably like Bewitched. Bewitched was pretty
Okay.
cool.
I'm not familiar, but I have to check.
Yeah,
it out.
it was about this chick who was like a witch, and she lives in like typical suburbia. or
Oh, okay.
whatever. Yeah.
That's pretty. That sounds
Yeah.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so you were in a short film called Charlie the Clown.
Yes, I was. Yeah.
Are you the main actor in that?
I guess so. It's me and my buddy. Him and his lady wanted to just do this little fun thing for Halloween.
Yeah.
We actually did this last year, so we recorded it like a little after October, I think.
Okay.
And,
Nice.
it was just this thing. We kind of just were like, "Oh, you want to do this thing with us?" Just like out of nowhere, and I was like, you know, yeah, why not?
Nice.
And I had a great time. It was super fun.
Yeah.
Just it was my first time like actually trying to like act. You
Right.
know?
Right.
So my acting could have been a lot better, but you know
Yeah.
I was learning first
For sure,
time.
for
you
sure.
know. But yeah, it was
not easy,
it's
yeah.
super fun, and go check it out. It's on YouTube. You know.
For sure. Yeah. No,
It's
I was gonna watch it last night, but my kid was awake, so
Yeah, no worries.
or he was going to sleep rather. So what's the plot of the movie?
It's a short film. I think it's only a couple minutes long.
Right.
So it's essentially just killer clown kind of thing, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's,
Nice.
it's basically that. I don't want to tell the whole thing, but
Right,
yeah,
right,
it's
right.
essentially basically killer clown, you know.
Okay, for
yeah.
sure.
At the end of the day, it's a really short, small, just film, just kind of this, and then that's it, you know.
For sure.
Nothing too crazy. But
Okay.
yeah,
Nice.
it's super fun. Love it.
So you're talking about, so it was Josh from Beach Smoke
Yeah.
and his girlfriend Ezra.
Yeah.
So I guess she's a FX artist?
Yeah, dude.
Right.
Her makeup and
Right, right.
like even her like style is just insane, dude. It's
Yeah,
super cool. I think she does.
Let's retake that question one more time.
Okay.
Sorry, someone keeps calling me. Who is this?
How long have we been going?
We were going for about.
I don't know.
Okay.
Let's do that.
We'll wrap up soon. I'll ask you a few more questions.
For sure.
We'll skip that question.
The clown.
The about Ezra and Josh.
Oh.
Are you ready?
Action.
What's your number one musical inspiration? Artist, genre?
See, I don't know if I'd be able to pick just one, but the things that I would say inspired me like the most would probably be like obviously Danzig, Misfits, stuff like that.
Okay.
Also, Messer Chups. Actually, I'm actually wearing a shirt from them.
Oh,
These
okay,
guys
yeah.
are awesome, amazing band.
Are they local?
I don't believe so. No,
Oh, okay.
but they do come out here pretty often.
Yeah,
They're coming
yeah,
out
yeah.
here soon. Actually, I'm gonna go see
Nice.
them again. I got this from them, like personally. I went to their show.
Is it like
months ago.
psychobilly or?
They do a bit of like spooky surf rock.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's super
Okay.
super cool, man. Like that is like the one of my favorite like sounding like genres or just like
Yeah,
music in
yeah.
general. It's so
Okay.
good.
Nice.
A lot of their songs are just they're just great.
Nice.
But these guys are a huge influence to like
Yeah.
you know my style and everything, and then you know like Gojira, we like love Gojira.
Oh, okay. Nice. Sick.
Linkin Park, I grew up a lot
For sure.
with Linkin Park, and just Chester, man.
Yeah.
Chester, his vocals are just legendary.
For sure. Yeah. When I was a kid, I wasn't really into him, but as I've gotten older, I'm like, that guy is really good at crafting melodies.
Dude, yes,
Like-
and he's just
And singing. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like a legend, man. He
For
was
sure.
crazy.
Were you bummed out when he died?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was so sad.
I think I asked you this for the doc, but do you believe he killed himself?
I don't think so. I really don't think so, man. Just
What can I get for you?
looking into that, you know, just like looking up like a theory or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
It's some weird stuff, man. Same thing with like Kurt Cobain. You know, it's really weird.
Well, I think, yeah.
Very
Kurt Cobain
weird.
clearly did not kill himself.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah, it's
pretty obvious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just crazy. It's just crazy that
I've
like,
heard that
so
Courtney
wild.
Love's dad was in the CIA.
Yeah.
I never heard that until like
yeah.
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, me either. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did not know that. It's weird.
pretty crazy.
So weird. Man.
Okay.
Crazy stuff.
So we'll wrap up soon. Thanks
Okay.
so much again for coming
Yeah,
on.
for
We
sure,
appreciate
man, of course.
it. Our first ever movie rendition of this, or whatever you want to call it. Why do human beings insist on destroying everything sacred?
Let's see, I'm not sure what people are thinking in their heads, you know, but from my perspective, I just think it's a lack of like respect for, you know, the surroundings and like things that are like meant to have some sort of I don't know, like, you know, just sacredity or whatever word would work with that, but I think it's just a huge kind of thing where like people, you know, especially like with newer generations, people just get more and more kind of like careless and kind of like ignorant to you know, things that are like, I guess, tradition maybe, or just things that have been around for so long. Kind of have this, you know, like art, for instance. You know, we have like a painting that's been around for hundreds of years, right? And some like 20-year-old man is gonna try to. Say like some 20-year-old guy goes to like a museum and tries to steal it just because he needs some money. He's
Right.
or something. Like that's just such a crazy. It's just such a crazy thing to me that people like really have no kind of like care for certain things anymore.
For sure, yeah. Art has been devalued.
Yeah,
devalued in
definitely.
society. Yeah.
Like especially over the years, people are kind of aren't caring anymore. I feel like people are becoming more not selfish, but more like self-centered, I guess. As time goes on, they just kind of care less about other people and just their surroundings, you know, places they be in. You know, I grew up with like, leave it better than how you
Right.
saw it, you know,
For
or
sure.
how you know.
What do you think is the contributing factor to people becoming more self-centered?
I think just being lazy, the internet, honestly. Like,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
lazy people just they don't want to, you know, do things not only for themselves, but especially not for other people. You know what I mean?
for
Like,
sure.
if you're too lazy to go grab a drink that's like 30 feet away from you, you know, you're not gonna be bothered to, you know, like clean up after yourself or like even, you know, help clean up after someone else's mess. You know,
For sure.
that's just, I think when it comes down to it, people kind of are entitled as well. You know.
Yeah,
It's too,
that's for
some
sure.
things are just too easy for people too early, and like that kind of just messes with them, I guess.
For sure. Well put. This will be my last question here. Are tattoos a form of BDSM?
Maybe for some people, I'm not sure. I personally don't have any tattoos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you do tattoos.
I do, yeah. I am learning still, but I've done a few small ones.
Nice.
But I feel like for some people, they enjoy like I've heard that they enjoy the pain.
Mm-hmm.
That's I don't understand that, but then again, I never got a tattoo, so I wouldn't.
Right.
You know.
My friend Charco has gotten like when they just like they go like as fast on the skin as they can and like really dig in.
Oh my god.
So it's just like he has his arm like blacked out or whatever, but it's not like
solid.
covered solid like that. It's just like
what the.
It just looks like torture to me.
Oh my god, that sounds painful.
Yeah,
dude.
and he's like the sweetest guy in the world, so I don't.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's always the quiet ones. It's always the quiet ones, man.
Charco's cool. He's from. I think he's in Tucson. No, I think he's in Phoenix. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it was a good conversation, man.
Yeah, man.
So, all right. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Cut. So, and we filmed here like 3 times now.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah. Well, we filmed like bands here. This is the first time doing the podcast here.
Yeah.
We're making a documentary on the Arizona punk scene. So.
It might get busy later. Sometimes it picks up at like 8:30.
Yeah, for sure. No, we're wrapping up right now.
Or sometimes it doesn't pick up.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt. For sure. No, it's a cool place, so I like it.
Definitely. So, all right, so let's go ahead and
Thank you for coming on, man.
Yeah, of course.
It's a good talk.
Hey.
Keep your head up.
Thanks for having me.
You're young. That sucks. Enjoy it while you can.
Hey, I will.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's ruin our lives.
That was amazing. Thank you so much.